Did you know that the ancient Egyptians used ramps to build the pyramids, and those same simple machines are in the toys we play with today? Simple machines aren't just history, they're the invisible heroes of our daily lives. In this video, you'll discover how these fascinating tools shaped our world, from building castles to powering modern robots, and how you can use them to solve real-life problems. Ready to explore the magic of simple machines? Let's dive in. On a bright Saturday morning, a group of fifth graders gathered in the backyard of their friend Jamie's house. Jamie, a gadget enthusiast, had an idea that would excite everyone. Let's build the coolest treehouse ever. Their chosen tree, an old oak, had wide, sturdy branches perfect for the project. But there was one problem. The materials were heavy, and the team had no idea how to move or lift them. "How are we supposed to carry all this stuff?" groaned Mia, pointing at a pile of wooden planks, a bucket of nails, and thick ropes. Jamie, ever the problem solver, grinned. "Simple machines, my friends. We'll use simple machines to do the heavy lifting." "Simple machines?" asked Leo, scratching his head. "You mean like robots or something?" Jamie laughed. "Not robots, but close. Simple machines are tools that make work easier. They've been around for centuries and use the laws of physics, like force and motion, to help us do things. I'll show you." Jamie grabbed a nearby plank and set it on top of a rock. "This is a lever," Jamie explained. "If I push down on this end, it lifts something on the other end." To demonstrate, Jamie placed a small toolbox on one side of the plank and pressed down on the other. The toolbox rose into the air effortlessly. "Whoa, that's so cool!" exclaimed Ava. "It's all about balancing forces," Jamie said. "When you use a lever, you apply force over a greater distance, reducing the force you need to lift something heavy." "Does that mean we can use levers to lift the treehouse planks?" asked Mia. "Exactly," Jamie said. Next, Jamie pointed to the rope and a small metal wheel hanging from the tree. "This is a pulley. Watch how it works." Jamie tied the rope to a nail bucket, threaded it through the wheel, and pulled it downward. The bucket rose easily. "This is genius," said Leo. "We don't even have to climb the tree to carry stuff." "Pulleys change the direction of force," Jamie explained. "Instead of lifting something, you pull down, which is much easier." "What other simple machines are there?" asked Mia, now fascinated. "6 of them altogether," Jamie said. "We've got levers and pulleys. Then there's the wheel and axle, inclined plane, screw, and wedge. Let's use them all." The kids quickly get to work, incorporating simple machines into their treehouse project. Jamie explained how each one worked and has been used throughout history. "Levers have been used for thousands of years," Jamie said, as they built a makeshift seesaw to help move large planks. "Think about shovels, crowbars, or even scissors. They're all levers. Ancient Egyptians used levers to build the pyramids." The kids hoisted materials into the tree using a pulley system. "Sailors have used pulleys for centuries to raise sails on ships," Jamie explained. "And now we're using them for our treehouse." Ava brought a wheelbarrow, which they used to transport tools and planks across the yard. "This is a wheel and axle," Jamie said. "The wheel reduces friction, making it easier to move heavy stuff. Imagine life without cars or wagons. People in ancient times used carts with wheels to carry goods." When it came time to lift a particularly heavy plank, Jamie laid a long board against the tree, creating a ramp. "This is an inclined plane," Jamie explained. "Instead of lifting something straight up, you push it up the ramp. It takes less force." "Like a slide at the playground," said Leo. Jamie held up a long wood screw. "A screw is just an inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder," they said. "It holds things together. Without screws, our treehouse would fall apart." "So screws are like really fancy ramps?" Mia asked, laughing. "Exactly," Jamie replied with a grin. Finally, Jamie demonstrated a wedge using an axe to split a piece of wood. A wedge is two inclined planes back to back, Jamie said. It's used to cut or split things. People have been using wedges since the Stone Age to make tools. As the treehouse started to take shape, the group talked about how simple machines have been used throughout history and in modern times. Did you know ancient people used inclined planes to build stone structures? Jamie said. And now, we use ramps everywhere, for wheelchairs, skateboards, and even moving trucks. What about pulleys? Asked Mia. Do we still use those? Absolutely, Jamie said. Elevators, cranes, and even flagpoles use pulleys. Imagine trying to build skyscrapers without them. And wheels? Leo chimed in. Wheels are everywhere, Jamie said. Bicycles, cars, shopping carts, even a pizza cutter is a wheel and axle. The children gathered around Jamie, their self-appointed team leader, in the school's makeshift engineering corner. The whiteboard was filled with sketches of pyramids, wheels, and pulleys, and a table was strewn with toy blocks and tiny machines. Did you know the ancient Egyptians used simple machines to build the pyramids? Jamie said, pointing to a sketch of a ramp. They hauled those gigantic stones up inclined planes. Can you imagine dragging a block that big without one? Mia's eyes widened. I'd get tired just thinking about it, but ramps are so smart. It's like turning a steep climb into an easier, longer walk. And levers! Leo jumped in, grabbing a ruler and balancing it on a pencil. They used levers to lift heavy stuff, like stones for aqueducts or building castles in medieval times. Ava tilted her head thoughtfully. Wait, so you're saying all those big castles we see in movies were built with just simple things like levers? That's wild. Exactly, Jamie said with a grin. Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution, and people started combining simple machines to power factories. Think about pulleys and levers working together in textile mills to operate looms. That's how they made fabric faster. Kind of like how elevators use pulleys now? Mia asked. Exactly, Jamie replied. Pulleys are everywhere. Without them, we wouldn't have elevators or cranes for construction. Even on ships, pulleys help lift heavy sails. Leo started fiddling with a jar lid. And screws. Did you know they're just inclined planes wrapped around a cylinder? You see them in bolts, jar lids, and in aeroplanes. Ava looked skeptical. Airplanes? Really? Yup, Leo said confidently. Screws help hold the parts together and even play a role in propellers. What about wedges? Mia asked, picking up a toy axe from the table. These seem pretty basic. But super useful, Jamie said. Wedges are in knives, axes, and even scissors. Scissors are a mix of levers and wedges. They're everywhere. Ava chimed in. Okay, so what about now? Like in our everyday lives? Robots! Leo exclaimed, spinning a gear from the pile of parts on the table. Gears are a type of wheel and axle. They're everywhere in robotics and machines that do precise tasks. And medical stuff too, Mia added. Like wheelchairs and those adjustable hospital beds. They use simple machines to make things easier for patients and doctors. Oh, and don't forget toys, Ava said, holding up a Lego gear. Kids' building sets use these all the time to teach us about engineering. That's right, Jamie said, clapping his hands together. Simple machines aren't just ancient history, they shape our future. And now, let's use all this knowledge to build our machine. The group cheered, diving into their pile of parts with renewed enthusiasm, ready to bring their ideas to life. The kids were amazed at how simple machines made life easier in the past and today. By late afternoon, the treehouse was finished. It had a rope ladder, a bucket on a pulley for supplies, and a ramp leading up to the entrance. The children stood back to admire their work. We couldn't have done it without simple machines, Jamie said proudly. And you, added Mia. You're like a walking encyclopedia. Everyone laughed, but they couldn't deny how much they had learned. The treehouse wasn't just a place to hang out, it was a monument to the power of understanding simple machines and the laws of physics. As they climbed into the treehouse to celebrate, Jamie summarized the day's lessons. Simple machines use force and motion to make work easier. Whether lifting, pulling, or cutting, they're all about reducing effort. From ancient pyramids to modern skyscrapers, simple machines have been the foundation of engineering and construction. It's amazing how the same principles have been used for centuries. The tools might look different, but the physics is the same. The children's laughter echoed through the yard as the sun set. Their treehouse adventure wasn't just about building something fun, it was a lesson in creativity, teamwork, and the timeless power of simple machines. And they couldn't wait to see what they would build next.